Oh man, I'm excited to talk about this today. So if you don't know, if you're not deep into the startup world, like I am a super business nerd at this point, ConvertKit and Beehiiv are kind of going at it on X, formerly Twitter, right now. And I think it's hilarious, but I also think there's something that founders can take from this whole situation. So just to kind of lay the groundwork, like ConvertKit has been around for years. I've used them back in 2018 or something like that. Like they've been around for a while now. And they are a platform that was built on helping content creators. Like if you're a creator and you want to have a business, if you want to sell courses and stuff, like that is ConvertKit. That's exactly what it was built for. Now, Beehiiv, I don't think Beehiiv's been around as long. Definitely hasn't been as popular as long. But in the last year or two, Beehiiv has just taken off. It's like next level. Their marketing, the features, like the platform is just all around amazing. And they do a really good job of connecting with their customers. Like so many of their actual developers or their salespeople or people that are marketing, like their entire team is on Twitter. If you tweet about Beehiiv, they gonna pop up in your mentions. And I love that. I think that's good. I think that's what a lot of businesses have to build on today is that connection, right? Like that's a huge, huge deal. So back in, I want to say late 2022, early 2023, ConvertKit announced that they will be doing a full rebrand. They were going to kind of revamp the entire platform and change things. And I think it's been 10 months to 16 months, something like that. I can't give you the exact time frame because these things take forever, honestly, when you have such a massive company like ConvertKit. And when they said they were doing this rebrand, I personally was excited because, again, I used them years ago. So I expected it to be something that was huge, that was massive. And as soon as they like launched everything and put the rebrand stuff, the content out, and they started marketing it heavily yesterday on October 1st, Beehiiv sees everything and kind of does a whole counter marketing campaign, a competitive marketing campaign. And I just think it's absolutely genius. So I got a question to kind of ask the founders about this is, what really matters to you more as a founder? Is it getting the rebrand perfect in terms of the look and feel, the new font, the colors, updating the website, or is it features? So I want to go through and I'm kind of like break down everything that's happening on both sides. And I want you to keep that question in mind. Is the branding more important or features more important? Let's get into it. So I'll start with ConvertKit because it's the platform that I'm most familiar with. I've used it, like I said, in 2018, 2019. Like it was my first platform where I did email marketing. Like email marketing is one of those things that when you do online business and you have some company online, you have to take it serious. You got to commit to marketing through email, right? For me, I didn't know how to do that until I got to ConvertKit. ConvertKit really kind of showed me the ropes, right? There was one template I specifically used on ConvertKit that I used to sell my book, The Personal Branding Playbook. And I'm telling you, I got thousands of leads from that one landing page. Like my conversion rate was like at 60%. And if you know anything about landing pages, that is ridiculous. To this day, it's still kind of unbelievable the numbers I had on that. Like it was just crazy, right? So I was a real loyal customer to ConvertKit for years. I love the platform because it really helped me kind of propel my online business. I was able to build a massive audience, make a lot of connections, and then make a lot of money from it. In my opinion, ConvertKit was the perfect software tool for the online coach or somebody that's into podcasting or content creation or something like if you're in that space, ConvertKit it was perfect. But over the years, I realized that it was kind of the same. Like as online businesses started to change and subscriptions became a bigger deal, right? It just didn't seem like they were taking that part as serious, right? Like when I wanted to sell digital products on ConvertKit in email, it was just a really strenuous, difficult process, man. And I don't think it should be that hard. Like I'm not saying it's like I'm some developer and I know how to do everything. I want to be clear on that. But it just seemed like they didn't really care about new features because there wasn't new features for a very long time. I just went on there yesterday and the same template that I used years ago is like the main template now. And I don't think you should get rid of the legacy templates. I think you keep those, but you call them legacy and then you bring in a new batch, right? But they just hadn't done that. So it's kind of like the same old thing. There was nothing really different about it. Now, Beehiiv was officially launched in 2022. And their founder, Tyler Dink, has done an amazing job with raising for the company. They've raised a little over $50 million in 5 rounds, right? Using that kind of money, that kind of investment correctly, I think that's the actual hard part too. Like getting the money is something a lot of companies do, but they got the money and actually put it into the right things. And I would say that's the biggest difference in using Beehiiv is there are a ton of features, a ton of different things you can do. Things are always changing and updating. And I think that's good. I love that. Like Beehiiv is a great platform if you want to build an audience and then create an additional revenue stream. So when you're trying to build an audience on Beehiiv, it's easy because the whole network of newsletters on the platform promote each other, right? So I don't have to figure out how I'm going to grow a massive audience through Twitter all the time or using YouTube or whatever it is. I can just lean into Beehiiv's network because if I have a newsletter for founders, yes, I do, founder newsletter, check it out down below. If I have that, then I have other founders in AI or startups or whatever it is, whatever founder newsletter it is, I can then promote my newsletter on theirs. And then I get my subscribers from them and we just kind of feed each other. I think that's amazing. And a lot of companies have tried to do this whole marketplace thing, but Beehiiv is the only one that's gotten it right. And it works amazing. You can get some results really, really fast with that. And then for the additional income stream, when you're promoting other newsletters on your newsletter, you make money from that. So just imagine that you're putting out one newsletter a week, but you promote 3 other newsletters in that newsletter, right? In your own email you send, you promote 3 other companies essentially. And then when people sign up, they click over and everything, you then get paid from that. Like you can bring in a lot of extra revenue doing that. Like that could be your advertising money or whatever. And if your company's not huge, you just have a newsletter, that could be gas money, whatever you want it to be. So again, I want you to remember my question, right? Is it more important to have the rebranding and the look or the features? Because for ConvertKit, they did a whole rebrand and it does look a lot different. The feel is different. The colors are different. The website is upgraded. Like it looks different. I would say that they're doing a different job in terms of showcasing the creators on their platform. Like the people with the biggest audiences that have gotten the best results, they're showcasing them a whole lot more. Like they're all over the website compared to kind of the stock photos they had before, which I think is great. But does that really compare to the features that Beehiiv is going to give you, right? Like the features that Beehiiv ships, it's a game changer for you. Whether you have a small newsletter and you're starting out, or if you already have 10,000 subscribers, like every feature they put out essentially is going to attack your business in some way. It's going to be valuable, right? Like it's not like you could just sit back and say, oh, that doesn't matter. All of this stuff matters. It's going to be helpful in some kind of way. I also think the way that both of these companies market is very, very different. For ConvertKit, it's more of marketing through, the main platforms, the main channels, and they lean on their influencers, people who are ConvertKit users to kind of market the brand a lot. Like that's what they really, really focus on. If you look at their website now, it's all influencers and stuff, man. It's just a lot of those people. And I don't think that's bad. I think that's good. But I don't think they're as connected with the audience as much, right? Like they're not in the trenches. They talk to some people, and I've even seen people sharing emails of like the conversations they had with people at ConvertKit versus Beehiiv, and it's just a stark difference. I myself have connected with Tyler Dink that's over at Beehiiv. Like I've talked to him multiple times now. Like even some of the marketers, the salespeople, they're active. They're super active online. So when you need help with something or if something's going wrong, you just tweet it out and they pop up out of nowhere. Like it's kind of incredible how they've set up this cohesive marketing plan where people are just everywhere all the time, right? Like imagine going in the shoe store and for ConvertKit, the store looks nice and it's really clean and stuff. But when you walk in, nobody says hi to you. Nobody greets you or anything. And then when you got a shoe and you ready to, because this happened to me all the time. I wear size 14. When you got a shoe and you looking for somebody to get the shoe for you from the back, at ConvertKit store, you're going to be looking around like, man, where can I get some help? Like that's how it is at ConvertKit. Now, when they do get there, they are helpful. They are really beneficial. I'm not saying they aren't. I want to be clear. I'm not saying that they're not good people. They're not good customer service. But in contrast, when I'm at Beehiiv, if I just tweet out, man, I'm trying to figure out, like, I was trying to figure out if I wanted to launch this newsletter organically or just put a couple $100 into a boost campaign immediately as soon as I start. And 2 or 3 of their people popped up in my mentions, and some of them even DM me, and we had a conversation about it. Like, that's incredible customer service. And I think because we live in such a high touch world now with technology, that's what you want to do, is be connected to the customers as much as you can, because that could be the deciding factor in me using Beehiiv or not. That could be like, if I'm putting that money into boost campaigns, that's more revenue for the company, right? Like, you make money when I spend money on the advertising for the newsletter. So it makes sense why they prioritize things like that, right? So one of the biggest separators for me is that high touch that I can get with Beehiiv, where something goes wrong, or if I have a question, if I need help, even if I'm just strategizing a new idea, they will talk to you about it. And it's like really helpful and engaging, you know? Like, imagine if when you were thinking of putting up a YouTube video, you could talk to somebody that worked at YouTube. Oh my God, that would be incredible, right? Like, that's what Beehiiv is. When you want to put out a newsletter or start something new, they will have a conversation with you about that. And I just think that that's huge for customers. Like, you're going to get a lot of beginners, a lot of people that want to use your platform because of that engagement. I think ConvertKit is really focused on more of the look and feel and that kind of stuff, versus the high touch and being connected and all of that. And I'm not saying that's bad if that's the route you want to go. I think it works for a lot of people. You wouldn't have 20, 30,000 customers if it didn't, right? So I'm not saying I know everything. I'm just saying what I like. So if you're going to choose which one of these platforms you want to use, I would say think about your long-term goals. Because I will say, if you want to do the old school traditional funnel where people go on a landing page, they get a bunch of emails and stuff, you can do that super easy on ConvertKit. That's going to be a lot easier to do on ConvertKit. If you want to focus on funnels the old school way and just do that, go to ConvertKit, because it's the easiest platform to make that kind of stuff. You know, you got GetResponse and MailChimp and all of that, but ConvertKit is going to make it really, really easy for you. But if you want to do more than that, if you want to grow your newsletter a lot faster, if you want to sell subscriptions, if you want to have a paywall, like if you want to grow your newsletter by just having a reward campaign, like, so when somebody refers people to your list and they get, you know, ConvertKit doesn't have that feature, but Beehiiv does. And it just makes everything easier. Like, I'm telling you, it gets really, really easy on Beehiiv. Now, again, if you're just doing a traditional funnel, go to ConvertKit, but on Beehiiv, you're going to find more of the robust features that allow you to really, really grow and expand your newsletter beyond measure. So let me know what you guys think. I want to know what platform you plan on using, which one you like, which one you don't like. If you use ConvertKit, let me know your experience. If you use Beehiiv right now, let me know how it is for you. Let me know down in the comments below. Also, let's connect on Twitter, on X, whatever you call it, at Chris Podcasting. Hit me up. Let's connect.